Well, hey friends, it's me, Pastor Doug, with another word of encouragement for the day for today, Monday, April 25th. And this week we're going to be exploring the main theme of Jesus' teaching ministry while he was here on earth. No, it wasn't to love your enemies or even to love one another the way that you love yourself, although those were certainly things that Jesus taught. The main theme of Jesus' teaching while he was here on earth was something he referred to as the kingdom of heaven, or in some of the Gospels, the kingdom of God. Now, I think this term has largely been misunderstood oftentimes within Christianity, where we assume that the kingdom of heaven means that Jesus is talking about a future reality where one day we'll die and then go away to heaven. But Jesus is actually talking about something bigger than that and talking about something that he was bringing to earth through his ministry. We're going to read from Mark chapter 1, verse 1. The very opening words of Mark's gospel sets out for us the theme, the primary thrust of the ministry of Jesus. But just before I read Mark chapter 1, verse 1, I want to read some other ancient words from an ancient inscription that heralded the sovereign reign of Caesar Augustus, who was the Roman emperor over the Roman Empire at the time that Jesus was born. Listen to these words. This is from an ancient inscription about Caesar Augustus. The birthday of the god, talking about Augustus because they deified him, the birthday of the god was the beginning of the good news that came through him into the world. Now remember that phrase, the beginning of the good news that came through him. Now, listen to how the gospel author of Mark opens up his gospel. This is Mark chapter 1, verse 1. It says this: the beginning of the good news about Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God. Okay, did you hear the similarity? I mean, it's literally word for word. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Mark was looking for inspiration and happened to come across an inscription about Caesar Augustus and said, yeah, I'll just borrow that phrase and use that to talk about Jesus because I'm not creative enough to come up with my own words? No, that's not it at all. Mark is specifically laying these two statements alongside each other to demonstrate something profound about Jesus. That in the history of the world, there have been hundreds, even thousands of kings. And Mark is telling us that all of those kings are subordinate to the real king, King Jesus. He refers to him as Jesus the Messiah. That word Messiah can also be translated as the word Christ. And it has this idea of an anointed ruler, an anointed king, one who has been anointed by God or by the people to rule and reign. So this is Mark's way of saying, yeah, there are lots of other kings. In fact, at the time that Mark was writing this, there was a king, and he was clearly saying, sure, there's been lots of kings, but Jesus is the true King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Friends, be encouraged by that today, and we'll see you tomorrow.